In this video, I'm going to show you how to cut slate with an angle grinder. So the first thing we're going to want to do is select the right disc. This is a classic metal cutting disc. It's easy to differentiate between metal cutting discs, which are always black and they sort of have some kind of textured feel. Sometimes they say inox on and they're really thin. Between diamond discs, they're always a bit more like pieces of metal in appearance, and these are designed to cut through stone and slate. So the first thing you're going to want to look at is this directional arrow. So this corresponds to the directional arrow on your angle grinder. So when we load the disc in, this is a 4.5 inch grinder. We're going to put that on there. As you can see, those two arrows line up wrong. So we actually have to turn that blade round. It's important you put your stone cutting blade or your diamond blade in the correct way. We'll pop a link to some blades in the description that will fit perfectly in your 4.5 inch grinder. You push that in, it locks the spindle so you can tighten up your disc. Next, what we're going to want to do is mark on our slate where we want to make our cut. We're going to put a little mark 4 inches. Actually, we're going to go 6 inches. Put a little mark there at 6 inches. Another little mark there, 6 inch. Just going to connect those two lines with a piece of wood. As you can see, you can mark slate quite clearly with just a regular pencil, although these Stabilo ones are really good. So the key to cutting slate is to make sure you've got a diamond disc in your angle grinder, and then you want to slowly start the cut, create a little nick and just practice that, and then follow the line all the way along. It's important before you start doing any cutting that you wear a dust mask, because it generates a lot of dust whenever you're cutting through stone or slate. And I'd always recommend wearing a pair of safety goggles in case any chips or fragments of slate flip back towards you. So we're just going to start in one corner. We're just going to let the disc do the work. You don't need to apply much force, and you just want to slowly cut through the slate. Sometimes I like to score all the way along the top to create a groove, and then follow that throughout the rest of the cut. You want to just rock the grinder back and forwards and slowly extend that line, following your pencil line all the way along the slate. Depending on how neat you want your cut, you can often snap the slate off at this point over your workbench, but if you want a nice clean cut, then I'd carry on and complete this groove. You do have to be careful when cutting slate, as it can chip quite easily, but as you can see, we've got a nice clean cut along our slate using our 4.5 inch angle grinder and our diamond disc. So if you found anything in this video helpful, drop us a like. If you've some other tips on how to use an angle grinder, please let people know in the comments section, as it helps them out. And if you want more quick and simple DIY tips, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.